I talked to my friend, the good doctor. Okay, I asked him this other question, which is another rude question. It's intentional. I worked this out. I try to invent one a week.
Okay.
This one goes like this. Since we've been talking for 25 years, I asked him the question. I said, we have discussed many matters and we have solved no social problems in 25 years.
Mm.
And furthermore, we have agreed on little. I said, so there must exist inside your head some little model that defines how it's possible that I can be so frequently wrong. And I want to know what that theory is.
Mm.
He didn't tell me. Then I asked my wife the same thing because she's also disagreeable with me. She's very clever. She's probably more clever than I am. I'm too square. She says, what's your theory for me?
Right. That's what I thought the doctor was going to respond.
I said, well intended, bad information. So she says, how do you know it's me?
You need to get a judge.
There's a judge. She's going to figure it out sooner or later. And it's okay. I'm not holding my breath, okay? Because it's like this. I think the truth will come out. The evidence will become evident to everybody that's capable of accepting it. And it's like, what's that mean? I don't quite know. Just watching the show, right? We don't have to like it. It's a rough ride. It's a rough ride. It's like, the thing I don't want to see is more violence, destruction in the street. It's just this nonsense that we had last year. I don't want to see that stuff. Okay. And I expect to see some. I don't think it's going to come. Like the issue is this. It's like when they did this thing, they defunded all the police, right? Just listen to me for a minute before you disagree, because I haven't finished. It seems early to disagree with me.
Start though. But, okay.
No, they defunded the police, and they reduced police on minority violence to like 300. They cut 300 deaths down. Okay, in those districts, 6,000 extra deaths by crime. So it's like that. The math speaks for itself, in my opinion. But they say math is white supremacy or some nonsense, don't they? Is that not true?
Yes, it could be.
Just pulling your chain.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's all right. It's like that, because
crime went down when the New York police struck. So
did it? Oh, I would look for the footnote on that one.
Okay.
Because that's I don't believe that.
I'll get the footnote. You give me the footnote on what police departments divest.
Oh, I got to write a note for myself. Okay. Gosh, man. We'll try to put them in the show notes. Hey, hit like and subscribe below, because come on.
Because this country spends almost as much on their military, the police as they do their military, and we spend more.
Wait, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know that that's
more
true.
on the military than
I know.
other countries.
I don't think we spend anywhere near as much.
Oh,
as
it's an obscene amount of money on our police, and they're pretty much a military force in our streets. So
wait. Am I supposed to argue with you on this? Because I don't think I ever have argued with you on such matters. So it's going to be boring because I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to go, yeah, okay.
So how are they not to be divested?
I don't have an answer for that. Okay, I know how to do it. We have to what's the right word? I know, think about it.
Okay, so another point.
Wait.
A lot of these larger metro cities,
I didn't get an answer.
Like Chicago and New York, they spend a huge, obscene amount of their yearly budget just dealing with court trials from police misconduct. An obscene amount of the budget. How can that not be used better in communities?
Shut the courts down.
The ones that are going to determine truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut them down.
Good.
Then they won't give the city's money away. Okay. Well, what?
Shut the courts down you want. And
I'm just giving you the answer. You don't have to like the answer. It's okay, because it's like this. It's like the you just said to break the country up into little pieces, man. You govern it how you want, right? What? That's what I would do.
Yeah.
That was how
I
Europe
mean,
did
isn't
well.
that kind of the idea of like the states' rights to some degree? Is that like the states are supposed to?
Yeah, I would do that in a minute.
So, I mean, isn't there
Disempower the feds. Disempower the feds entirely, because it's like they're the problem. The problem is, the problem in my mind is a universalist attitude of the people who wish to command me. They think everybody should listen to their commands. I'm like, you're a madman. Okay, so it's like, the issue would be something like, make a government that actually is close enough to the people to listen to the people, and is obliged to listen to the people, as opposed to this faraway land where they get to do whatever they want and tell you whatever they want and not listen to you because you're so small and far away you don't count.
But not a democracy, because then the little and the poor would dominate, and we don't want.
I know, it's like this. No, I don't. Democracy. I would say we strictly limit who gets to be citizens, which is to say, if you're willing to stand up and fight for that, which is the social order that we've decided to achieve, then you're a citizen. If you're a dependent, you're not qualified to be a citizen because you can't even manage your household. As soon as you can stand up on your own 2 feet and manage your household, then you can perhaps be a citizen if you're willing to fight for what is necessary to maintain the state. Right? Because there's going to be an obligation if you're going to have a benefit. Right? And you're going to claim a say as a benefit. And it's like everybody else, they can move on if they don't like it. Right? And it's that nobody have to like any of it. I've been saying this at work. It's like this, because see, I like this. The computer used to be my tool that helps me do my job. Now it's a yoke that tools on me. Okay. And here's the lesson. Ready? The ox does not have to like the yoke. Does that make sense? And it's not pretty, is it? So it's like this. It's like when you can stand up on your own and manage your own stuff, or you can find a better place to go for it. I'm good with that. That's done no harm, no foul. Okay. But until then, we'll take care of you as best we can. Right? That's all. And it's like, I don't know. It's like what the social contract should be. And it's like, I think this gradations of social involvement is reasonable. Because it's like people who are absolute dependents, they sure should not be voting. You're not qualified to vote because you can't do anything. We're taking care of you. You're like a baby. We don't let babies vote. That's stupid. Okay? An adult who can manage their affairs gets to vote. And that's by demonstrated interest. They can demonstrate that they can do it, which is nobody's helping you. You're doing it.
But still, your point previously was that the society has an obligation to uplift those that.
Yeah,
you provide that have a say in how the system is too.
Well, it's like, yeah, there has to be I think you create a ladder by which they can enter into full participation, right? And that's how I see to do it. You create a system that encourages them to rise up into the higher ranks of social involvement, because you want the people to be most productive, most active, and generative of positive potentials for everybody, right? At every level, there has to be some way that person can feel like they're positively engaged. That way they can feel like a human being, right? But it's rude. It's rude to expect a guy who has a 60 IQ to participate in the modern economy at full competition, right? He's handicapped, right? We give him a handicap and we take care of him and let him shine shoes in the airport or whatever he's going to do. And then he can feel productive and you know what I mean? But we don't expect him to go learn how to code, right? Because that's not going to happen, right? That's the trick. And it's like, so we have to adjust our dials to make it so there's a systematic way to allow participation, which we don't have right now. We have sink or swim, right? And that's just rude. I don't like that so good. And it's like, because I do, and this is coming straight from Doolittle, which is like, this is just crazy to expect them to participate in a full contact, competitive environment in the modern era. It's just too much contact. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Best Medicine Podcast with Bradley H. Werrell, DO. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below, either over there or over there. Also, if you're interested in a medical consultation with myself, there's also information below.